in full. As voting ends in Ondo State, counting and collation of results is ongoing. Our correspondents who reported from various parts of the state said the election was largely peaceful, except for a few skirmishes here and there. A total of 17 candidates are vying for the number one seat in the state in a race pundits believe is among three political parties: the All Progressives Congress, the People's Democratic Party, and the Zenith Labour Party. Meanwhile, a mild drama played out at the polling unit of Eyita Jegede, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the Ondo State governorship election. This occurred at polling unit 9, Ward 2 in Akure South local government area of the state, situated at the Sacred Heart Primary School along Cathedral Road. And ad hoc officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had been conducting the exercise smoothly before it was the turn of Jegede and his wife Eno. The smart card reader failed to read their thumbprints while they stepped aside for the next voter in the queue to get accredited. A few moments later, the issue was resolved and the couple was allowed to cast their ballots. Jegede had faulted the inability of the card reader to capture himself and his wife. On his part, the deputy governor and candidate of the Zenith Labour Party, Bola Ajayi, after casting his vote, faulted security operatives, saying they were compromising the election. Governor of the state and candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Rotimi Akeredolu, however, believed the election went on smoothly. Meanwhile, wife of the Ondo State Governor, Betty Akeredolu, has debunked reports on social media that she was attacked by some hoodlums today while casting her vote. Mrs. Akeredolu described the report as absurd and one orchestrated by desperate persons.
These are sore losers trying to create confusion all over the place. They aren't going to succeed. Feelers from the field indicate that people are exercising their franchise in a peaceful manner, in a peaceful atmosphere. I want to believe that we will succeed in debunking the lies, because this will also go viral as the one earlier posted on social media.
Similarly, Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of Ondo State governorship election, Leye Oyebade, has described as untrue the claims in a video that the wife of the state governor, Betty Akeredolu, was attacked and injured at a polling unit in Owo. Also, the lawmaker representing Owo Constituency 1 at the Ondo State House of Assembly debunked the alleged attack on the governor's wife. Still on the Ondo election, men of the Nigeria Police Force rescued a man who was about to be lynched by a mob in Owo area of Ondo State. The unidentified man, who claimed to be an election observer at Ward 4, Polling Unit 15, Shagari Market, along the Owo-Benin Highway, was accused of approaching voters to sell their votes when he was reportedly attacked. The Commissioner of Police in charge of Owo and Asale local government area in the state, Abutu Yaro, revealed that the man was rescued while his accomplice fled the scene. The unidentified man, however, denied the allegation against him. Away from the Ondo election now, youths continue their end-SARS protest in Lagos State despite appeal by President Muhammadu Buhari for them to be calm. The youth protested at Ikorodu and Lekki areas of the state. They are protesting against the brutality and extortion by operatives of the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, FSARS. Recall that the president had appealed to hundreds of Nigerians to be patient with the government, assuring them that the FSARS would be reformed. In response to the nationwide protest against the police brutality, especially the conduct of some of its tactical units, President Buhari had directed the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, to ensure that personnel of the force remain fully accountable to the people. Meanwhile, as the end-SARS protest continues across the country, a yet-to-be-identified person has been reportedly shot dead as security in Ogbomoso, Oyo State, allegedly opened fire on peaceful protesters. Reports say the protesters were rallying in the town to join the demand for the scrapping of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad unit of the police when the incident happened. But the police command in Oyo State has debunked the report of the shooting of the protester in Ogbomoso by its personnel. The public relations officer of the command, Ulugbenga Fadeyi, in a statement issued in Ibadan, said the police did not fire a single shot at any protester, but only fired tear gas. A commercial motorcycle rider conveying a woman and her child has died after slumming and falling off his bike. The incident was said to have taken place this morning at Ososami area of Okeado in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. While speaking with our correspondent, Rotimi Iwenla, an eyewitness who pleaded anonymity, said the bike man, while conveying his passengers to their agreed destination, fell to the ground without being hit by a vehicle and died on the spot. Meanwhile, the woman and her daughter, conveyed by the bike man, did not sustain any injury, according to our correspondent. Today is World Mental Health Day. In this special report, our correspondent Olarin Sayo Oweye examines the essence of having a good mental health. Her report.
World Mental Health Day is observed on the 10th of October every year, with the overall objective of raising awareness of mental health issues around the world and mobilizing efforts in support of mental health. The day provides an opportunity for all stakeholders working on mental health issues to talk about their work and what more needs to be done to make mental health care a reality for people worldwide. The theme for this year is Mental Health for All: Greater Investment, Greater Access. This year's World Mental Health Day comes at a time when our daily lives have changed considerably as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Mental health is an integral and essential component of health. The World Health Organization Constitution states that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. End of quote. An important implication of this definition is that mental health is more than just the absence of mental disorders or disabilities. Mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. As psychologist and a mental health advocate, Ruth Bankole speaks on the essence of paying attention to one's mental health.
Everyone should give their attention to mental health because it goes a long way in making you stable through the course of your life. It's very important to give attention to one's mental health because through the course of our lives, through the tough times of life that we may pass through, it's usually hard to stay mentally healthy and strong.
A pharmacist, Ewere Eseka, speaks on the effect of drug abuse on one's mental health and the treatment to improve one's mental health.
Drug misuse and abuse can affect one's mental health as they could alter one's mood, thinking, and behavior. And over time, the general function of that person is altered, which could really be negative. There are a wide range of effective medications to manage mental health conditions or challenges alongside psychotherapy, whereby when the patient is rightly diagnosed.
The past months have brought many challenges for healthcare workers, providing care in difficult circumstances, going to work fearful of bringing COVID-19 home with them. For students, adapting to taking classes from home with little contact with teachers and friends, and anxious about their future. For workers whose livelihoods are threatened, for the vast number of people caught in poverty or in fragile humanitarian settings with extremely limited protection from COVID-19, and for the people with mental health conditions, many experiencing even greater social isolation than before. And this is to say nothing of managing the grief of losing a loved one, sometimes without being able to say goodbye. Nigerians speak on how often they pay attention to their mental health and their understanding of mental health.
Mental health is a state of mind. It tells how stable one is mentally, which is seen in how fast and well the individual is able to take decisions. One is said to be mentally healthy when nothing disturbs your state of mind. Yeah, and it's a period of serenity, I think, where the mind is free from any form of rigor. For me, most times I try to take things slowly and not cloud my mind with things that I can't change.
Personally believe that mental health is very related to physical health in the sense that we are supposed to eat well, sleep well, drink enough water, exercise well to ensure that our mind, to ensure that our bodies are healthy.
Mental health is fundamental to our collective and individual ability as humans to think, emote, interact with each other, earn a living, and enjoy life. On this basis, the promotion, protection, and restoration of mental health can be regarded as a vital concern of individuals, communities, and societies throughout the world. Hence, the need to pay attention to one's mental health, especially in this COVID-19 period. Olarisayo Oweye for Pensioners FM.
Thank you, Larissa, for that beautiful report. This is News at Sunset on Kano State Pension Fund Trustees says it has concluded arrangements to conduct a 5-day pension screening exercise to sanitize pension administration in the state. Chairman of the fund, Mr. Sani Dawaki, made this known at a news conference in Kano. Dawaki said the exercise would be conducted between the 12th and 17th of October, adding that the exercise was designed to screen out ghost workers. He said pensioners who retired in the local government service would be screened under the first phase of the exercise, while the second phase would capture those in the state civil service. This is still News at Sunset on Pensioners 106.7. We'll be back with entertainment and sports stories. Media personality Sade Ladipo has taken another dig at singer Burna Boy for blocking her after saying he is selfish and just a product. Ladipo, who joined other Nigerians to call out Burna Boy for not coming out to lead the protest he had talked about consistently in the past, averred that the singer was not an activist. The media personality further shared a screenshot which showed that Burna Boy blocked her after the tweet. And in the world of sports, reports say Super Eagles coach Garnet Raw has admitted that his team's 1-0 defeat to African champions Algeria was a good test for his young side. The Eagles lost 1-0 to Algerians in Austria, courtesy of Rami Ben Shebani's 5th-minute strike. But Raw believes there were lots of positives from the defeat. Meanwhile, Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has said Nigerians, including footballers who are overseas, are scared to visit the country over alleged killing by suspected operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. And staying in the world of sport, the dwindling fortune of athletics in the country might take longer, except the leadership tussle rocking Athletic Federation of Nigeria, AFN, is resolved. Chairman of Oyo State Athletics Federation, Dr. Isaac Friday, stated this in an interview with Pensioners FM's correspondent, Ibumi Ishola, in Ibadan. According to Dr. Friday, since the conclusion of the 2017 Federation's election, leadership tussle between Ibrahim Gazou and George Olamide has greatly affected the athletics negatively.
Already having a very negative effect on not just the AFN calendar, on the athletes, even the upcoming ones, and the established one. It is very, very unfortunate in 2017 when the Congress, when we went to Abuja to elect the leadership of AFN. Little did we know that we are electing wrong people.
Friday also confirmed that the much-awaited Southwest Athletic Championship will still hold this year. And to end news at Sunset on Pensioners 106.7, here is a recap of the top stories. Voting has ended as counting and collation of results continue in the Ondo governorship election. NSAS protesters have continued despite President Muhammadu Buhari's appeal to young Nigerians as Oyo State Police Command denied shooting an NSAS protester, a commercial motorcyclist in Ibadan, and falling off his bike. And in sports, Super Eagles coach Garnet Raw has said Nigeria's 0-1 defeat to Algeria in last night's friendly encounter is a good test for the Eagles. The news editor is Olarisayo Oweye. My name is Pius Nsabe, thanking you for listening and have a lovely evening.
Ẹ kú déédéé wòyí, ìròyìn àṣálẹ́ ló ń dé sétí gbọ̀nyín láti kànnì rédíò àgbàlódé pensioners 106.7 tó kalẹ̀ sí àgbárígo nírèké Ìbàdàn. Ṣáájú ẹgbọ́ àwọn àrígbámú inú ìròyìn. Ètò ìdìbò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọ ìpele kíkó àti kíka èsì ìbò. Láì fi tẹ̀bẹ̀ ààrẹ Buhari ṣe, ìwọ́de fífòpin sí ikọ̀ SARS ń tẹ̀síwájú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá kọ̀ jálẹ̀ páwọn ò gbẹ̀mí olùwọ́de kankan lágbègbè Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Ọlọ́kadà kan tó ré lulẹ̀ lórí ìrìn gbẹ́mìí-mì lójú ẹsẹ̀. Lábala eré ìdárayá, rà sọ pé ẹ̀kọ́ àtàyẹ̀wò sodo sínú ìfìdírẹmi ikọ̀ Super Eagles sọ́wọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Algeria. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ látẹnu Àánúolúwápọ̀ Fásọyìn. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé pínpín ti pín fún olùdìbò láti tẹ̀ka nínú ètò ìdìbò sípò gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ondo, kíkà àti àkójọpọ̀ èsì ìdìbò ti ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí o. Akọ̀ròyìn wa tó ń wòye bí gbogbo ètò ṣe ń lọ jábọ̀ pé kò sí rúkèrúdò kankan lẹ́yìn àwọn ìdàrúdàpọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ láàrin àwọn lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ láwọn apá ibìkan. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn 17 ló ń díje dupò gómìnà ọ̀hún, àwọn òǹwòye fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé ọ̀kan ní ZLP ní kíní ọ̀hún ó padà já mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Àwàdà kẹ́ríkẹ́rí wáyé níbùdó ìdìbò olùdíje dupò gómìnà lábẹ́ àṣẹ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP Èyítáyọ̀ Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ nígbà tóun àtaya rẹ̀ ẹnu fẹ́ dìbò lẹ́kùn ìdìbò wọn níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Gúúsù Àkúrẹ́. Ìròyìn jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan ń lọ létòlétò kó tó di pé ó kan Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ àtaya rẹ̀ tẹ́rọ tó ń ṣàyẹ̀wò àwọn olùdìbò sì kọ̀ láti rí ìka wọn. Lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹyìn tí wọ́n ṣe gáfárà díẹ̀ fáwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn wọn ni wọ́n tó láǹfààní láti rí ìbò wọn dì. Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ sì bẹnu àtẹ́ lu ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún lẹ́yìn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà. Wàyí o, aya gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo Betty Akeredolu ti gbọ́n mú síròyìn kan tó jẹyọ lójú òpó ayélujára fáwọn jàǹdùkú fọwọ́ bá lákòókò tó lọ dìbò. Ó sì ṣàpèjúwe ìròyìn ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn àríjẹ nídìí ìbàjẹ́. Bákan náà nígbàkejì ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá tó ń bójútó ètò ìdìbò ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo Lẹ́yẹ Oyègbadé fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé irọ́ gbu ó ní ìròyìn ọ̀hún o. Aṣòfin tó ń ṣojú ẹkùn ìdìbò Ọ̀wọ̀ kínní nílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo Olúwọlé Ògúnmọ́láṣùyí sọ pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó jọ pé wọ́n fọwọ́ ba aya gómìnà lákòókò tó lọ kópa gẹ́gẹ́ bí olùdìbò. Nínú ìròyìn míì tó dàbí rẹ̀, Ọlọ́run ló fi àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ààbò ṣe gàrí tíra ọkùnrin kan kó tó di pé ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn gba ẹ̀mí lẹ́nu rẹ̀ lágbègbè Ọ̀wọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ondo fẹ̀sùn pé ó ń rọ àwọn olùdìbò láti ta ìbò wọn. Bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé òǹwòye ètò ìdìbò lónítọ̀hún pe ara rẹ̀, ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ọ̀wọ̀ Ọ̀sẹ́ Abútúyárò jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ bó ti wà lákàtà àwọn báyìí táwọn aṣọ́mọgbé rẹ̀ sì ti fẹsẹ̀ fẹ́, ṣùgbọ́n onítọ̀hún kọ̀ jálẹ̀ póun ò lọ́wọ́ nínú ẹ̀sùn eléyìí tí wọ́n fi kan òun. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ń tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú ìwọ́de tí wọ́n fi ń pè fún kíjọba àpapọ̀ wọ́gilé ikọ̀ aláàbò SARS láì fi tẹ̀bẹ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àti tààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari tó pè fún pé káwọn ọ̀dọ́ mú sùúrù ṣe. Wọ́n sì wọ́de lọ ságbègbè Ìkòròdú àti Lẹ́kí nípínlẹ̀ Èkó lónìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n rán yín létí pé ààrẹ Buhari nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ rẹ̀ mú dáwọn ọ̀dọ́ lójú pé àtúntò àtàyípadà rere yóò bá ẹ̀ka ikọ̀ SARS. Bákan náà ló tún ran oníṣẹ́ sọ́gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá Mohammed Adamu láti rí i dájú pé wọ́n ń jábọ̀ ojúṣe wọn fáwọn aráàlú. À ń pé ká jèkúrú kó tán, wọ́n tún ń gbọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ sáwo pẹ̀lú bí ìwọ́de fífòpin sí ikọ̀ SARS ṣe ń tẹ̀síwájú jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹnìkan tẹ́nikẹ́ni kò mọ bó ti jẹ́ dẹnilẹ̀ lágbègbè Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ nígbà táwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣíná bolẹ̀ láti fi ṣẹ̀rùba àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó kórajọ lágbègbè náà láti darapọ̀ máwọn ọ̀dọ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí nínú ìwọ́de àlàáfíà wíwọ́gilé ikọ̀ SARS. Ìròyìn jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ páwọn olùfẹ̀hónú ọ̀hún lọ lálàáfíà láì fa wàhálà kankan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojúṣe tiwọn náà nínú ìpè láti wágbó dẹ́kun ikọ̀ SARS kó tó di pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀hún ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ìlú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ kọ̀ jálẹ̀ páwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn ò yìnbọn kankan sáwọn olùwọ́de. Bákan náà lágbẹnusọ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Gbénga Fádèyí fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé tajútajú nìkan làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn yìn sáwọn olùwọ́de lágbègbè Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Ọlọ́kadà kan tó gbé obìnrin alábíamọ kan sẹ́yìn lágbègbè Àròsọ Ọ̀sánsámì Òkè Àdó nílùú Ìbàdàn rélulẹ̀ lákòókò tó ń gbé èrò ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ lọ síbi tí wọ́n jọ fẹnu kò sí láìsí ìjàmbá kankan tó sì gbẹ́mìí mì lójú ẹsẹ̀. Ẹnìkan tí kò dárúkọ ara rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tíṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀hún ṣojú rẹ̀ ló bun akọ̀ròyìn wa Rótìmí Ewéńlágbọ́.
Mo wà nínú ilé mo kàn gbọ́ gbà lójijì ìyàwó mi wá jáde pé kóun yọjú ó wá lóun rí ẹnìkan tí ó ṣubú sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ ọlọ́kadà yẹn gbé èèyàn tó gbé obìnrin ni ó gbọ́mọ dání ọmọ tí yẹn gbé dání àwọn méjèèjì dẹ̀ ti dìde àwọn èèyàn tó kọjá lọ ní agbègbè ibẹ̀ ní táìmù yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ sáré súnmọ́ ọlọ́kadà yẹn pé káwọn tiẹ̀ tó la ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ibi tán ti gbé ó ṣáà ti sọ ọrùn kọ sí òkè a dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbaláyà gbogbo nǹkan tó àmọ̀ nípa lè ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí first aid káṣà lè dóòlà ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ a rí ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ dùn dàbí ẹni pé àìsàn kan ti wà lára ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ torí mọ́tò kankan ò gbá kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó kọlù ọmọ kankan ò já náà kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣe ó kàn ṣàdédé ṣubú fúnra ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì rèé láyọ̀ lérò ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ iyùn obìnrin alábíamọ àtọmọ rẹ̀ obìnrin wà láì farapa. Ìròyìn àṣálẹ́ ló ń dé sétí gbọ̀yìn láti kànnì rédíò àgbàlódé Pensioners 106.7 tó kalẹ̀ ságbárígò nírèké Ìbàdàn. Ní báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ síròyìn àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti ti òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì. Àjọ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì nípínlẹ̀ Kánò ti jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ pé gbogbo ètò ti tó láti ṣàyẹ̀wò ọlọ́jọ́ 5 fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì nípínlẹ̀ náà láti fi ṣàwẹ̀mọ́ àjọ ọ̀hún. Alága àjọ náà Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Sanni Dawaki tó ṣe léyìí di mímọ̀ fáwọn oníròyìn fi kún pé ètò àyẹ̀wò ọ̀hún ó wáyé láàrin ọjọ́ 12 sọ́jọ́ 17 oṣù yìí. Ó ṣàlàyé síwájú sí pé ètò ọ̀hún táwọn fẹ́ fi mú àwọn òkú kúrò nínú àwọn alààyè òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì nípínlẹ̀ Kánò ni wọ́n ó kọ́kọ́ ṣe fáwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì láwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tábàlà kejì ó sì wà fáwọn ìsọ̀rí òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba gbogbo. Ìròyìn àṣálẹ́ náà ló sì ń dé sétí ìgbọ̀yìn o láti kàn ní rédíò àgbàlódé Pensioners 106.7. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n dánu dúró díẹ̀ ná tá a bá padà dé a ó mú ìròyìn wá fún yín lágbọn amúlùúdùn àti eré ìdárayá. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà ìròyìn amúlùúdùn. Ìlúmọ̀ọ́ká lẹ́ka ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ Ṣadé Ládìpọ̀ tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ kò bá kúngbé mi ò sákọrin ṣèwọ́ṣèwọ́ ni Dámini ẹ̀bùn olúwa ògùlù táwọn olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mọ̀ sí Burna Boy fún bó ṣe bẹ́gi dínà ìtàkùn ìkànsíra ẹni wọn lójú òpó ayélujára. Ṣadé Ládìpọ̀ tó wà lára àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó ké sí Burna Boy nígbà tó kọ̀ láti dá sí ìwọ́de fífòpin sí SARS tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ṣàfihàn bí ó ṣe bẹ́gi dínà àwọn ojú òpó tí wọ́n ń gbà kàn síra wọn tẹ́lẹ̀. Lábala eré ìdárayá olùkọ́nimọ̀ọ́gbá ikọ̀ Super Eagles ilẹ̀ yìí Genotro ti jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ pé ẹ̀kọ́ púpọ̀ àtàyẹ̀wò gidi ló ń bẹ nínú bí ikọ̀ rẹ̀ ṣe pàdánù sọ́wọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Algeria lánàá pẹ̀lú àmì ayò kan dondo èyí tí agbọ́wọ́ẹ̀yìn wọn Rami Bensebaini gbá wọlé níṣẹ́jú 6 tí fẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ ọ̀hún gbìnàyà. Wàyí o agbárin gbùngbùn ikọ̀ Super Eagles Wilfred Ndidi ti jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ pẹ́rù ń ba gbogbo àwọn tó fi òkè òkun ṣebùgbé láti wálé pẹ̀lú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣekúpani aláìbófinmu tó ń wáyé látọwọ́ àwọn ikọ̀ aláàbò SARS. Yóò pẹ́ díẹ̀ o kí nǹkan tó lè dánmọ́rán fẹ́ ka eré ìdárayá orí ọ̀dàn orílẹ̀-èdè yìí bí àwọn alákòóso bá fi lè kùnà láti yanjú gbogbo kùdìẹ̀kudiẹ eléyìí tó wà láàrin wọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ló tẹnu alága àjọ tó ń rí sí eré ìdárayá orí ọ̀dàn nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọ̀mọ̀wé Isaac Friday wá fún akọ̀ròyìn wa Ìbíwùmí Ìṣọ̀lá tó fọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wò. Ó fi kún ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ pé lẹ́yìn ètò ìdìbò ọdún 2017 làlàáfíà ti bọ́ sọnù láàrin àwọn tọ́rọ̀ kàn pàápàá jùlọ Ibrahim Gusau àti George Olamide ó sì ti mú èbù ẹ̀yìn bá ẹ̀ka eré ìdárayá orí ọ̀dàn orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Wàyí o ìdíje eré ìdárayá orí ọ̀dàn tí wọ́n ti ń retí látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́ yóò wáyé nínú ọdún yìí lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀mọ̀wé Isaac Friday ṣe fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ fún akọ̀ròyìn wa. Ìròyìn àṣálẹ́ wa fún tòní kò ní jù báyìí lọ, ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó dánu dúró, ẹ gbọ́ àwọn àrígbámú inú rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ètò ìdìbò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọ ìpele kíkó àti kíka èsì ìbò. Láì fi tẹ̀bẹ̀ ààrẹ Buhari ṣe, ìwọ́de fífòpin sí ikọ̀ SARS ń tẹ̀síwájú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá kọ̀ jálẹ̀ páwọn ò gbẹ̀mí olùwọ́de kankan lágbègbè Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Ọlọ́kadà kan tó ré lulẹ̀ lórí ìrìn gbẹ́mìí lójú ẹsẹ̀. Lábala eré ìdárayá, Ross sọ pé ẹ̀kọ́ àtàyẹ̀wò sodo sínú ìfìdírẹmi ikọ̀ Super Eagles sọ́wọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Algeria. Ọlárìnsáyọ̀ Owóẹ̀yẹ lólóòtú ìròyìn yìí, Anúolúwápọ̀ Fásọyìn ló mú wá sétí gbọ̀yìn. Kásùn rè o.